is chapter number 2 of your book, which is Black Beauty. Okay. Now, the thing is that how I know that many of you might have studied this chapter earlier, but since I have been told that this chapter has to be taught, so I will be teaching this. Now, this chapter is taken from a novel, Black Beauty, by Anna Sue. Now, this story is about a horse who is basically led out towards many adventures in its life, and the story mainly revolves around this Black Beauty horse. Now, why was it named Black Beauty? Well, first of all, the color itself tells us that the horse was black, so it was named Black. And beauty, what was so beautiful about this horse? Well, it was pretty much true in nature. Horses are a very, you could say, generous, sincere, beautiful creatures. Creatures who do not allow any or every person to be with them. They are owned by someone and they own that person for themselves. It's not that easy to handle a horse. Why is that so? Because it has been said as a royal carriage, or you could say royal transport, royal form of transport. A horse is a royal animal. A horse has dignity, it has pride. Do you know it sleeps when it stands? It's not that easy to consider yourself standing and then sleeping at the same time. Well, but it does. So you can see it has the pride to never let itself down. It can stand all day. So horses are a bit different than others. Okay. They have something different in their nature. What do they have? Now we are going to see that this story is being told by that particular horse. Black Beauty is telling the story. Okay. When it was a just foal. Okay. So I will continue. While reading, I'll try to explain you as far as possible. Okay. Now, before I was 2 years old, a circumstance happened which I have never forgotten. It was early in the spring. There had been a little frost in the night, and a light mist still hung over the woods and meadows. I and the other foals were feeding at the lower part of the field when we heard quite in the distance what sounded like the cry of dogs. The oldest of the foals raised his hands, pricked up his ears, and said, "There are the hounds," and immediately cantered off, followed by the rest of us, to the upper part of the field where we could look over the hedge and see several fields beyond. My mother and an old riding horse of our master's were also standing near and seemed to know all about it. Now, this is a time when that horse was a little bit of tiny baby, you could say, who was just trying to feed themselves in the meadows. Now, if you just look at the words, the typical words present up in your book, then you can understand that what these words mean over here. For example, colt. If you just look at colt, colt is basically a young male horse. Okay. Then, if you just look at the further words which involve, such as pricked, cantered off, these are the verbs. These are the verbs which are explaining the situation, the movement. Okay. So, now the thing is that this horse is trying to explain what is happening and where they are. The most important thing about a novel is that it explains you the view in such a way that you guys cannot ignore but imagining what is going on in there. So that's the best part of this novel, you could say. The way they have explained everything, the way the characters have been carried around. Now, the thing is that they are looking at hounds. Now, what are hounds? Hounds are the places where the thing is that these are the situations in which a horse regularly looks at. Good, very good. Yes, they basically look at the situation where dogs are followed by their masters who are on the horses, and they are furthermore uh, carried along with their voices, the voice they are making. Okay, now they have found a hare, said my mother, and if they come this way, we shall see the hunt. Now you can see that this is a game of hunting. People used to hunt at that time, people used to hunt recently, and well, we can see the, you could say, effects of hunting, that animals are becoming extinct or endangered, which is a very bad thing to do. But there are some situations in which I would say we need to look around that for our fun, what we are gaining, what we are losing. Okay. So in this small chapter, you can just find out what is happening over here. What do we gain after having such kind of fun? And soon the dogs were all tearing down the field of young wheat next to ours. I never heard such a noise as they made. They did not bark, nor howl, nor whine, but kept on a you at the top of their voices. Now you could just imagine dogs making that kind of voice, the voice which scares us to the spine, and it's just like too difficult to understand that what is going on, what's coming. But that's the call. Now, after them came a number of men on horseback, some of them in green coats, all galloping as fast as they could. The old horses snorted and looked eagerly after them, and we young colts wanted to be galloping with them. But they were soon away into the fields lower down. Here it seemed as if they had come to a stand. The dogs left off barking and ran about every way with their noses to the ground. So you can see what the situation is going on. They went down the fields. It means that they were hunting for the hare while the dogs were searching for the hare because it was lost in those woods. Now they have lost the scent, said the old horse. Perhaps the hare will get off. Now, the old horse, the one which was standing with the colt's mother, the Black Beauty's mother. So that old horse said that they might have just let it off, or you could say that hare just got off. Got off means um, get away. Okay, that colt just that hare just got away from him. That ran away. Okay, what hare? I said. Oh, I don't know what hare. Likely enough, it may be one of our own hares out of the woods. Any hare they can find will do for the dogs and men to run after. And before long, the dogs. Now, the thing is that the Black Beauty is confused that which kind of hare they're talking about. Now, those who do not know about hare are just like rabbits, okay? They are a bit different, but they are just like rabbits, okay?